Good morning, students. Today I am going to give lecture on insolation and heat budget. Solar radiation that is intercepted by the earth is known as insolation. The earth receives heat energy from three basic sources, that is solar radiation, gravity and endogenetic forces coming from within the earth source. But the solar radiation is the most significant source of terrestrial heat energy. The sun is the primary source of energy for the earth. The sun radiates its energy in all directions into space in short wavelengths, which is known as solar radiation. The amount of insolation reaching the outer limit of the atmosphere is termed as solar constant. There are number of factors which affecting insolation over Earth's surface. The first one is rotation of the earth on its axis, the angle of incidence of the sun rays, duration of the day, transparency of the atmosphere, and last one is land-sea differentials. If we're talking about the incoming shortwave solar radiation and the heat budget of the earth and atmosphere, there is incoming shortwave solar radiation is 100%. Amount lost to the space through scattering and reflection. Reflected by the clouds 27%, reflected by the ground 0.2%, scattered energy lost to space 6%, which is the total 35%, and remaining solar energy is 65%. If we're talking about the heat budget of the earth, received through direct radiation 34%, received as diffuse daylight 17%, which is total 51%. And heat budget of the atmosphere, absorption of incoming solar radiation 14%, received from outgoing terrestrial radiation 34%, which is total 48%. Now this is totally clear from this diagram, which is called short wave solar radiation. Outgoing long wave terrestrial radiation and heat balance. Terrestrial heat balance, energy received total 51% and energy lost 23% through radiation, 9% through convection and turbulence, 19% through evaporation. And the atmospheric heat balance, heat energy received 14% through absorption of incoming solar radiation, 6% through effective radiation from the earth, 9% through convection and turbulence from the earth, 19% through evaporation, which is the total 48%. And energy lost 48% through radiation into the space, which is again clearly from this diagram, long wave earth radiation. Northern hemisphere, heat budget in the northern hemisphere, thus isotherms deviate to the north over the ocean and to the south over the continent. This can be seen on the North Atlantic Ocean. The presence of warm ocean currents, Gulf Stream and North Atlantic Drift make the Northern Atlantic Ocean warmer, and the isotherms show a poleward shift, indicating that the oceans are warmer and are able to carry high temperature poleward. An equatorward bend of the isotherms over the northern continent shows that the land masses are overcooled and that polar winds are able to penetrate southwards, even in the interiors. It is much pronounced in the Siberian plain. Lowest temperatures are recorded over northern Siberia and Greenland. Heat budget in southern hemisphere. The effect of the ocean is well pronounced in the southern hemisphere. Here, the isotherms are more or less parallel to the latitudes, and the variation in the temperature is more gradual than in the northern hemisphere. The high temperature belt runs in the southern hemisphere somewhere along 30 degrees south latitude. The thermal equator lies to the south of geographical equator because the intertropical convergence zone, or ITCZ, has shifted southwards with the apparent southward movement of the sun. Thanks.